is one of the coolest shots of like any movie ever is when he's running from the house, dude, and they're like,
Music's
that
great.
music,
Music's
dude,
great. Yeah.
so well
But
shot.
it's so out of focus. The things like coming over the hill, like the zombies, not zombies, the rage.
I love that though. You don't like
I
that?
love that shot.
Yeah.
That shot is so dream sequencing. Like it's scary. It's like you have moments to get out of here, and you're thinking this guy probably can run for maybe 2 miles this fast, and then you see the boat, and it's like, oh shit, and then it amps up again.
And then Jacob's like, he's like, dude, you fucked me. He's like, I found this boat. I was getting ready to
And no, I felt so bad for Jacob. He tried. He's like, oh, Jacob, I really screwed that one. That's when I'm not Teen Dom. But,
yeah, Dom's just like, fuck, I really fucked over a lot of people today. He's like, holy crap.
his wife did. His wife really did, honestly. That's how I see it.
Okay, yeah, no. So anyway, so Don then somehow gets back to London. So this river must be connected to the River Thames or whatever, which is in London. He gets to London and then is made like the supervisor of this building in the quarantine zone. Little strange, don't get any explanation, but sure. Also, as far as we know, this disease has not spread anywhere past England, right?
Yeah. Well, it's an island, so the idea, I mean, UK is an island.
No, but it hasn't gotten anywhere else, as far as we know, right?
Well, you got to think like planes and stuff, but which is the end of the movie. But yeah, no, the U.S. comes in to help, and it's probably like picture this like quarantined island. That's what it is.
Right. So I was thinking about this though, because there's no reason they never once say that it's anywhere else besides England and the UK or whatever. Dude, does that mean like British people are just like extinct basically in this world?
I mean, I guess so. But
right?
And then at the end of it, with it being the Eiffel Tower, I'm assuming the kid did something.
Can I have a sip of your Sprite?
Dude, exactly. Like I'm picturing him like drinking a Dasani, and someone's like, "I'm a bit parched," and then he gets some backwash, and he's just like, "Rah!"
That's probably what happened.
This one kid just took down all of Europe.
Right. Well, that's the final shot of the movie is France is now infected.
So it made it to Europe, which means the world at that point.
Well, I mean,
it's in inland Europe at that point. Yeah,
the world's much more screwed over than it would have been if it was just contained on England. Yeah,
which I think is the idea of the movie. But well, do you know what they say, man? 28 weeks to flatten the curve. So yeah. they should have stuck it out and they blew it.
I was thinking about you, Justin. Like, how excited were you when they're like, America came in to like fix the problem? Just like, if it Justin's like, yeah, goddamn right, we did.
Well, dude, it was funny just because like you have the female scientist lady who's the head like chief medicine on the infection, and you got the Idris Elba as the general, and just he was just like so confident. He's like, it's not coming back, and she's like, yeah, but what if it does? And he's like, it's not, and she's like, but what if it does? I'm like, you guys should really like have a like there was no fail safe. The fail safe was we're gonna blow London up. But then they used the gas that also killed the zombies. So I was thinking, instead of incinerating everyone, why didn't you have everyone get inside and just drop the gas to kill the zombies?
That's a good point. But even better point, ready for this? Why weren't they testing these people before they even came over here? They're testing everybody as they've landed already. They're like, like the scene where Rose Byrne, the doctor you're talking about, she's like, we're taking children? I didn't say we could take children. Then she does the test on them, like, doing the eye scan and all that stuff. Why wouldn't they have done that before they got to England?
I mean, it's like COVID. When you land at your destination, they're like, all right, we're just going to shove this up your nose into your brain.
I mean, this is a little different COVID. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. So that was something I thought was weird. It was like, they wouldn't, I didn't think they would test for something like that.
Well, I think that the way I see it, like outside perspective, is the world is really trying to save the UK. And say they really have to wait it out, like a year, 2 years. I don't even know how long, technically, until they find a vaccine, which is what the Rose Byrne character is trying to figure out, the vaccine. So until they have that, like, UK is like on the brink of like, hey, if something happens bad, code red, we're nuking you, and that's it. So it's like that's where the world is looking at the UK right now, I think. If I had to imagine, but it isn't. They're still trying, and that's their fault, is that they tried just an inch too far when really they should have just said, hey, this thing could really get to the rest of the world. You guys are at a population right now of like, what, 10,000? Like, just, you got to call it. It's a terrible thing and decision to make, but I don't know.
I mean, they were trying to assimilate people back into rebuilding England and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it came back. It came back, and I was like, well, that was a nice try.
I mean, it's all Imogen Poots and the little kids' fault. It's 100% their fault. They went back and they found their mom.
Justin's right about the mom. Like, come on, you should have like many armored guys guarding her, face masks, like full on, like, yeah, exactly. She was in straps and just breathing, and like they even said too, she was a carrier, but she wasn't. In fact, like, it's like, so you know that she could spread this.
Yeah, Idris Elba has that command center. You're telling me there's not a camera on her where someone was like, General, someone's walking in. But one of the coolest scenes in this film was when the snipers were trying to hit all the zombies, and you just see, like...
I love that scene.
The camera was just rapidly going from gun to gun to gun, and then when they changed to humans, they're just, like, ripping through people.
Yeah, well, wait, so, and they were just killing everyone. They weren't just killing zombies, right? Or rage zombies.
At first it was zombies, and then they were like, we gotta kill the people because they're turning too quickly.
And that's why Renner abandoned his post, because he's like, this is a lost cause. Like, I'm just killing everything.
And then they have that one, like, dramatic question later where Rose Byrne's like, you never answered my question. And he's like, what's that? It's like, why'd you leave your post? And I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Just talk like a normal person.
Come on. We're in, it's crazy. It's martial law out here.
Jeremy Renner, though, yeah, this was, like, kind of the first thing I'd ever really seen him in, I think. Like, big movie.
Wasn't Hurt Locker around then?
He aged like a fine wine, dude.
No, Hurt Locker came out after this, dude.
Sorry, you're gonna just go over that? Like, just...
No, he asked the Hurt Locker thing first. No, sorry. Hurt Locker came out the next year. Has Jeremy Renner aged well? I haven't seen him recently.
Yeah, dude. He's Hawkeye.
I haven't seen Hawkeye. I don't know.
He looks the same, except a little, like, more rugged, and it works. He looks good.
Oh, technically, he was in SWAT in 2003. That was probably his biggest.
SWAT was his biggest?
His first big movie, you mean?
Yeah.
The Town, dude. That's all I think about.
Well, The Town came out in 2010, so, like, I feel like when this movie came out, it was just like boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. It was this, then The Hurt Locker, then The Town. It was just like, and then all those Mission Impossible movies, and now those MCU shit. So, like, yeah.
Well, he got Hawkeye because of this movie. He's literally Hawkeye in this movie with a sniper rifle. It's clear as day. Like, that's why Marvel got him.
Yeah. I just like that line where he walks over and is like, you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So there's a couple moments.
Bro, when he dies, though...
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I forgot that's how he went out, but dude, I was just thinking, like, when he was walking through the streets trying to get those people out of there and the snipers were shooting at them, like, I was just like, why don't you just turn your walkie on and be like, hey, dude, it's me. Like, can you not kill me? And they'd be like, all right.
Why? That's another thing. Like, why doesn't he radio in, or at least have his helicopter guy, if his radio's not working, like, hey, radio in and tell them, like, I'm still out here. I have probably the last hope we have up for a vaccine. But none of that happened, and I'm sure they would hunt them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that sucks, because he, like, gets out of the car, and he's like, I'll meet you there. And it's like, okay. And then the little kid, after, like, he gets caught on fire, it's like, I don't think he's going to meet us there. It's like, no, he's not going to meet us there. I was waiting for that.
It was traumatizing.
Question for you guys. At the end of the movie, when they get in, like, that Volvo, and they're driving off, right?
Yeah. They're
driving real fast. How does the dad end up in the tunnel when they get to the tunnel, if they're going like 80 kilometers per hour or whatever it is, and they end up there and he's just like there?
Okay. I have a theory about the dad, and I want to see what you guys think. So clearly, if you're infected with the rage, you're not stupid, but you're like you're like an animal. You're just thinking like, I need to kill, I need to eat or whatever. You're not like thinking logically. Now, however, the dad was bitten by a hybrid zombie. Okay, so it's like a half human, half zombie woman, because she's like immune but can still spread it, but she's not like crazy like a zombie. So I think that he's more like a human but acts like a zombie.
So that's why he like recognizes his daughter at the end.
Yeah,
that's fine. But I'm talking about like physics. How did he get here that quickly?
Okay. So then this is the other thing. So
like he got an Uber.
No. Like your brain is just thinking like, I need to fucking get them. And you're not thinking about like the pain of your legs or anything, or like water or anything like that. You're just thinking, I gotta get there. And that's it. His body was just chasing them.
He was sprinting 80 miles an hour.
Not 80 miles an hour, but like I don't know. I'm trying to fill in the blanks here.
It's like he has this Popeye spinach, but it's like beans and toast, and he just
Dude, I was laughing so hard. I can picture Erik laughing at this. I was audibly laughing at the scene where they were going into the train station and Rose is looking through the night vision scope on the gun, and like she wasn't giving any heads up. Like I feel like I'd be much calmer.
That was horrible.
Like if Alec was in front of me, I'd be like, "All right, Alec, step slightly to your right. There's a body to your left." She would just freak out and be like, "Oh my god, stop, don't stop there, don't stop there."
Yeah, I mean they were just freaking out because it was pitch black, and she has this.
But she can see. Why is she yelling?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh my god, dude!" And then they tumbled down the escalator. They would have cracked their skulls.
That sucked. Yeah, and then like they were gone. They weren't even at the bottom. It's like, did you just get up and run away?
Dude, that's another thing, Alec. So they're all within this vicinity, right? They're all within the little train area, and they're screaming. They're like, "Andy and Emo again," and no one's answering back. They're all right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, one more thing. Do you think the dad got into the tube, right, Alec? It's the tube.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Do you think he got in the tube and it's just like it's so much better connected than the streets, and that's why he got there?
That could be Justin.
My zombies reading fucking directions.
I mean, we're feeling like, yeah, he basically becomes like the deep blue sea shark again. Like he's smarter, he's faster.
Deep blue sea zombie.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, dude.
We bring up Deep Blue Sea in every episode. We just brought it up with Gremlins too.
Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
We literally brought up Deep Blue Sea again. Oh my god.
Yeah, but they were literally they had to have been within 10, 20 feet of each other, and they're like, "Scarlet, Tammy," and no one's answering. And I'm like, I know you guys can hear her. Like, what? Why aren't you answering?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got some holes.
She didn't do a good job giving directions. Like, it's like, all right, there's bodies everywhere.
I mean,
so what we're gonna do is go against the wall. We're gonna hold hands too. That's what you do too.
Dude, when they were tumbling down the escalator, and they're like, "Ugh."
Snap her neck. Like, there it goes.
Dude, that was so...
Imagine that, the kid with the vaccine just snapped his neck. It's like, oh shit. Like,
God damn it. Well, I mean, clearly he dies at the end. I mean, we're assuming, so I don't know.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe he didn't die.
I mean, it's true. We never do see him die, but it clearly spreads somehow. So unless he did share a Sprite or something with somebody, like, yeah, we don't know. But two things I just want to bring up. So this movie, the first one, 28 Days Later, came out in 2002 or 2003. I think 2003. So anyways, so that movie's it's the same thing as The Walking Dead, you know, where he comes out of like the hospital sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the Walking Dead comic also came out in 2003. So everybody's like, oh yeah, Walking Dead ripped this off. So I'm always like, I wonder
came
really
out in,
who...
Yeah. 2002.
The movie did?
28 Days Later, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So 28 Days Later, yeah, they came up with the hospital idea.
Well, yeah, but the zombies are they're not even, like you said, Alec, they're not zombies in this movie. And in Walking Dead, they're very slow.
There's zombies in The Walking Dead.
There's actual zombies in The Walking Dead.
Right,
so
right.
It is like almost like, I kind of like this more in some ways.
It's more realistic.
Realistic? Yeah, exactly.
What did he do, Justin? He had sex with a monkey in the first one?
What?
It was a monkey thing, right? It was like an ape. Wasn't there an ape thing?
What are you saying?
How did it start? How did this disease start?
They were testing apes and stuff. I remember like something with monkeys, though. I really do mean that.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure a monkey, has something to do with it in the beginning. Anyways.
So the first one, 28 Days Later, got a 7.5 out of 10. And I found this fact interesting. They only had an $8 million budget, and it got just about 85 million worldwide. Whereas 28 Weeks Later got a 6.9, and their budget was twice as much. They had a 15 million budget, and they only made 65. So they made about 20 million less and spent about 8 more.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's grounds for a third sequel, though.
I know.
It made money. It made tons of money. It made what you said. So it cost 15 million to make, but still made 60. That's like,
they made 50 million profit. Yeah.
That's a good profit for a movie like this. So
yeah, and they also said they were going to make one if the DVDs did well, and I'm assuming, like, I don't know, probably did pretty good.
Is there like Walmart bin versions of this movie? Have they done that?
There's no sequel to this.
Really? Great. Hey, I mean, I think that's a possibility in the near future.
This movie deserves a sequel. This really does.
I think so. I think if you were to focus on the first one, make a sequel of the first one like a 28 months or 28 years later, but then bring in parts of the second one, but not overdo the second one, I think you could do good.
You know what they should do? They should do a C movie version